Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another amazing interview on the Online Virtual Summit. My name is Fatima Omar. I am the creative founder of Platinum Publishing and Million Stars Academy Coaching School, where we empower women with templates, guides, and step-by-step to help them create lucrative coaching businesses for spiritually aligned female entrepreneurs. And you're invited to our 5-day challenge in our Facebook group, the Tribe of Spiritual Entrepreneurs, and it's called Command Your Business Like a Queen. So today we have an amazing guest, Sina Dejnabadi. I just hope I'm not butchering his beautiful name. Welcome, Sina, to the call.
Thank you for having me, Fatima. You did great job. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. Now, let me tell you guys, this incredible man. Okay, so you guys have probably read his chapter in the best-selling book, because by the time you watch this book has already hit top 10, and his story is truly, truly amazing. One of perseverance and a guy who's got so much resilience. Like, I've got so much deep respect for him. He is a serial entrepreneur. That's what he calls himself. He sees things, he goes. Okay, he's an industrial engineer. He's a certified import-export specialist in Canada. He's certified with CITP and FIBP, and we'll ask him what all of that means. Sina is also an elite member of the Forum of Canada's International Trade Training, known as FITT. He's the president and CEO of Samia Canada Inc., known as the #1 company in supply honeycomb construction panels. And we'll ask him about that as well. He's a wealth of information. He's the founder of the coaching platform, First Class Seat Coaching. He's a wonderful, committed husband. He's a dad to furry baby, a son, and a community member. Is always helping his members. So Sina, welcome, welcome, welcome once again, and congratulations on the book doing so well.
Thank you so much. That was very kind words. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you did all of that. So let's get right into, like, I really want to get into who you are, and I want you just to give us a little bit of the journey. Universe, God works in mysterious ways and amazing ways. And here you are today. You can look back at your life and say, wow, when some things happened, I thought it was bad, but it was actually opening me. It was guiding me. Give us a little bit of the history of this man we're talking to today and how you ended up here.
That's 100% true. I agree with you. Everything is happening for a good reason. In my life, it was like that. And as you know, I've been born in Iran 42 years ago almost. And I just was experiencing difficult days, beautiful days, like everybody else in this planet. So I just faced the war, 8 years war in Iran with Iraq in my childhood. The difficulties on that days that we had, I just experienced bombing in our area, in our neighborhood, and I could be in the same exact place 2 minutes before the bombing just happened. So yeah, we all had just this kind of experience in life, but the good thing for us is if we have the passion, if we have something inside us that gives us the energy to come out and just contribute to the world, we will find our way. And I'm very happy, and I'm just grateful that I could find my way. Still, I'm on the path, and I'm just trying and learning and experiencing. But to date, I'm very happy about what has happened.
I think you model that behavior. There's a lot of people who say a lot of things, but they don't model it. They don't follow the example. And you are that kind of person. You see something, you go. It might not always work out, but I want you tell me, how does an industrial engineer decide to go into business? Okay, give us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me tell you something about my dad. I'm telling everybody. My dad was the kind of person that always just advising me don't do everything and just focus on something and go for that. And he was telling me, don't be an ocean with 1 centimeter of depth, and focus and be deeper on things. To be honest to you, this is a character. I think that was my character. I was trying and I was looking for different things and experiencing different areas in my life. That's why I entered into industrial engineering. Industrial engineering is not like the all other engineering studies and educations. And most of engineers even do not really accept industrial engineering as a really engineering, deep engineering practice. And because they touch different industries, different subjects from the different engineering topics. So, but I like that. I really like that because that was a little bit of knowledge plus a little bit of really working in a real situation, in a real environment, especially on the factories, manufacturings, and so on and so forth. And it helped me a lot just to understand a little bit more about the businesses. When I started before I started my university, I went to work. I was 18 by that time. I started working on a project that one of my dad's friend were doing on one of the biggest dams on the rivers in the south of Iran by that time. And the company was doing the turbines for that project on behalf of General Electric. That was the first time I could find the opportunity to work with the international and also blue chip companies. General Electric. I was 18. I went to the company and I started working with less than $1 per month salary. $1. So by the exchange rate, of course. And I started there. I was doing some computer stuff and just installing Windows for the computers for the engineers working over there. And gradually I could find better and better and better positions. I became to the quality assurance department. And I was so passionate to do things for the first time. So we could be the #1 service company in our country to get ISO 9001 for the service company back in 1999, which was great job. Just we've been accredited by the Switzerland companies, SGS, and also the other company in the UK. That was for the first time. And then by doing that project, I became the quality assurance manager in the company. Later, we could get involved with the Bosch Group, the German huge corporation that we all know about, mostly in the home appliances, but they are huge umbrella over the different industries. I was working on the hydropower plants and also the hydraulic systems. And I could be the quality assurance of Bosch. Back in 2004, I found an opportunity working with my boss on starting a new department in our company for the oil and gas business. And I just suggested that to my boss. And he said, you know what, we don't have any experience in the oil and gas. We've never been in the oil and gas business. But I was thinking that the country I was living, that was the source of oil and gas. And that was basically the center of all the businesses in that country. So I just suggested him and he accepted and we started. By 2002, we started the oil and gas department in our company. In 2009 that I left the company, I could make $85 million US. in over less than 6 years, I should say, because the first 2 years we were just introducing and going and doing presentation, getting involved with the European companies that we wanted to work with. 85 million US dollars. I was at the age of 28, and I could manage that with the team of 6. I was the director of the team, and there was another five members that they were helping me. So I could make this, and I loved that because I could travel a lot to different countries, working with executives and big names and big companies, working in their factories and manufacturing. And that was my passion, because I was industrial engineer, but at the same time I was experiencing the sales and marketing environment of the industries. So,
So there were different seeds being planted inside of you.
oh, of
You know?
course.
Yeah.
Of course, in all that years, I had ups and downs and failures and gains, and there was so big pains because I was so young, and traditionally in our country, most of people are just talking and working with the senior people, more adults, members of the industries. And I was only 20, 24, 25, 26.
Just this young guy, just a young guy.
I was in the meetings that was 45, 50 people, all, the average age was 60, 65.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what this young guy is telling us. And he's just trying to sell us $5 million equipment for that refinery or petrochemical plant projects. Yeah, that was funny. That was sometimes that was very tough discussions, tough decisions, but we could manage that. And I was really grateful for that opportunity. And I'm really thankful to the boss that I had by that time. And I'm really grateful for everything and all the opportunities he gave me to experience this position.
It's amazing. It's amazing that you had these mentors around you that were willing to put you in these kind of authority and leadership positions, even as a young man, which started bringing out the leader in you and getting you in front of people, having different conversations. Now, you mentioned failure. Yes. And let's talk a little bit about that. What kind of failure have you faced in your personal, professional life? And what did you do inside of you to manage? Because there's not only the outside failure, like money and a loss of something, but there's an inside failure.
That's true.
And your confidence and your dignity and how people are going to see you. Tell us how you dealt with this, because the viewers that are watching this, they're probably experiencing different kinds of failures in their life as right now.
Yes. That's 100% true. I'm just feeling failures every single day, even now. I'm just in the small things and in big things. And you are 100% right. I just, when I started, I was young, I was passionate, I had the energy and power and some type of self-confidence that was for the youth of myself, about the age of 20, 22, 23, 25. And I could manage these things. But gradually I faced more failures, bigger scale failures in life, personal life and professional life. When you are young and you are single, okay, your failures are different when you are married and you are adult and so on and so forth. You have more commitments, your responsibility, and when you face a failure, there is a bigger impact on you. I remember that the biggest failure I had in life was the decision I had to make after 14 years working in this company. As I said, I was very successful. I was well paid. I had driver at the age of 28, 29. Sorry. And I had to make a decision because me and my ex-wife decided to come to Canada, and I had no choice to just follow my life and come to Canada. And my boss said that, you know what, you have to make the decision. You have to make a decision to stay in the company and stay, just follow the path that you started and you are very successful and so on and so forth, or you go your passion for living in another country and have the opportunities over that. That was not a failure, but that was going to be a failure, because I came out of the company and my income just dropped drastically over a month, and I was just moving to Canada, and my wife just moved to Canada. She was expecting me to support the family. I mean, the two of us, of course, and the life in here, and I didn't have a job. So I decided I was going to park near our office. I was walking all the days. In 2 weeks, I was going to my office that I was going for 14 years, and I was looking in the building. I said, "Oh my God, I'm not going to this building anymore. I have to go and find something." And I was going to the park, and there was a library. I was doing the project management courses by that time. But after 3 days, and these 3 days are very important in my life, I will tell you why. After 3 days, I said, you know what? You made 85 million US dollar yourself with your team, and this is your power. This is your energy. You made all these connections, and doesn't make sense you go to the building that you were working and looking at the building and say, where am I now? Go and do something. It took me 2 days that I started my own company for the third time. After 2 times just attacking to have my own company, when I was working in that company, in the other company, but I couldn't do that because I didn't have enough investments and money and time. But I did it. After 2 days, I started my own company. I went to see new clients because my boss just stopped me to contact all the connections, all the customers, all the partners that I made myself. I said, if you want to go and do it yourself with new set of people. That's your choice. That was your choice. You left it, and you have to go your own way. And yeah, I made a very good success in less than 2 years, and I could just make my own company, making another $5-6 million.
Wow!
In
Wow!
only 2 years.
That's the 3 most important days of your life. Sina, I
That-
want to ask you about your honeycomb, the supplier of the honeycomb. And people are very fascinated. How did you become the #1 Canadian supplier of
That's
honeycomb in 4 years when most businesses are going under?
Yes. That's another failure. That's another story for my failures in life. I was in the middle of moving to Canada. I had my own company, and I had one left project in my home country that was in Persian Gulf. That was a huge oil terminal, and I had to finish that project. And I was working with the company in Turkey, and because they were supplying us the equipment that we wanted to install in that project. And this company failed to deliver the equipment, and I had $150,000 loss in less than 2 months. And I was going back and forth to Istanbul by that time. Every other week I was traveling to Istanbul just to talk to this Turkish company and just trying to get the equipment out of their factory and send it to the site. In the middle of one of the discussions we had there with the company owner, I was seeing there was a piece of panel on his conference table, and I said, look, wait a moment. We were talking loud and just arguing on many things. I said, look, one moment, sir. Can I know what is that on that table? And I have that on my desk, still on my desk. I will show you. That's here. Yeah, look at that. That was this panel. It was on his desk, on the conference table. I said, can I see that? What is it? And he was telling me this is a honeycomb panel. And I was asking, what's the application? Where are you using that? And he was telling me, look, for that storage tanks that we are using for the oil terminals, we put this aluminum panels on the top of the floating roof because it is a very light and strong panel. And I said, oh, so anywhere that is looking for the light and strong application, products, and also the flat surface, as you can see, we can use that, yeah? And he said, yeah, possibly, maybe. We always were using that in the oil and gas industry. And I was telling, okay, can you just give me that piece of panel, please? And he said, yeah, you can take it. And I just bring this out of that meeting. We lost that $150,000 and we lost that project. We have been our reputation damaged because we were just being committed on behalf of that Turkish company, and we paid the penalty for that project. That was the biggest loss, the financial loss for me in my professional life. Became the biggest achievement in my professional life ever, this piece of pan. So I was traveling frequently to China, South Korea by that time, and I was trying to find a manufacturer that can give us this material. You don't believe that. I have visited more than 100 companies in China and South Korea to find only 3 reliable and good quality companies that they can manufacture this material for us. And I came to Canada. I was thinking that going to oil and gas again or not. I had to go to Calgary and working in Alberta. I had $120,000 offer from one of big companies in Calgary in the oil and gas industry. The name is Kinder Morgan. But I said, you know what? After 14 years, finally you decided to go and work in your own business and for yourself and for the future of yourself. Again, if you go to $120,000 a year salary, you never, ever will come back to this world again, because you are in a comfort zone and you are fine with the salary. And that was a very great decision. That was a very good time, on the peak time in Alberta for the oil and gas industry. After 2 years, it just came like this. And all people in that companies laid off. But by that time, I had my own company started in Toronto.
Wow.
So, yeah.
What a fascinating journey from one piece of slab and a deal that went down. You brought this thing home. And look at you now, right? The #1 honeycomb supplier in Canada. Congratulations. That's a huge acknowledgement to your vision and your hard work, because you didn't just take this honeycomb and come home and sit down on your butt. You worked hard. You had a vision. You ran, you flew, you spent money. And a lot of people these days, they think that, God's going to open the universe and something is going to pile down and all they have to do is visualize. And I say to people, all you're going to get is a lightning bolt, right? And what do you say to the young people now, people who want to get into business And right now, as we're recording this, we're still in a quarantine from the COVID-19. So I wanted to get your input on the future of the business. Like the young people today, people thinking about going into business, people that are laid off. Give me your wisdom and insights of, and I know you don't have a crystal ball, but what does your heart and your gut and your mind tell you?
Thank you for asking that. We are in the middle of big transformation in the businesses globally. Not in the beginning, we are in the middle of that. It has happened and it started back in 1994, 95, 96, the years that companies like Amazon just planted their seeds on the e-commerce businesses. By that time, the time that Jeff Bezos started in his garage for the Amazon, so many retailers, big companies, big corporations were thinking that nobody is going to buy anything online. And you have to go to a store, a mortar and brick store, and find whatever you want, touch it, see it, and look at the quality that you are looking for, and buy it. Otherwise, you don't buy it. And you can see at this time, after something around 20 years, 25 years, all big names that we are thinking in that way, in a traditional way, are going to bankrupt or already are bankrupt. Look at JCPenney, J. Crew, Toys R Us, American Apparel. So many names, hundreds and hundreds of names are disappeared because they were not following and catching the trends. What I can tell, the only thing that I just learned from my mentors and coaches for many years. I worked with Ty Lopez, Gary Vaynerchuk. I was working with Anik Singhal, and I learned from these guys that if you don't catch the trends and you do something that it is already in place, you are not getting the results if you want to be reactive to what is happening everywhere. That's why I started just transforming whole my business. I'm just having a product. I started selling that product online years ago, back to 2016. I started just doing everything, passing to big companies like fulfillment centers, logistic companies, delivery and shipping companies. I did give all these parts of the business to these people, paid for them, and make more free time for myself to think and to learn and to see and to observe what is going on in the professional world. And I learn from them, and I do proactively, not reactively. So that's why I started my first online store in 2015. I started my social media marketing agency in 2018, and the coaching business also I started in 2018, because I was thinking that 22 years is enough for me to just transform whatever I learned to the younger generations and just bring this experience for more people, for them to have less pain, for them to have faster gains in their life. And I think this is my prophecy in life. You have to give it back to the community, to the world. And that's why I started my coaching business back in 2018.
Yeah, thank you, Sina. It seems like legacy and prophecy is important for you. So you get to leave your wisdom behind. You get to teach the sons and the daughters and the nephews and the nieces and the people that come after you. Why is that touching for you? Why does that touch you deeply?
Oh my God, how to say that? It's always been, I'm a kind of emotional person, I should say that. And many things happened in my own life. As I said, I had failures, I had business failures, I had personal failures. My ex-wife just decided to file a divorce back in 2012. Um, I didn't know anything about that. I started my professional business, and my partner, investing partner in China, went to jail overnight, and I just he left me with over $100,000 of you know obligations to the customers and clients. And when I see that I can solve this kind of a problems, or can avoid these pains for the other people, that's the whole thing for my day. If I can help somebody, I have young teenagers, 15 years of age, 16 years of age, people that are following my Instagram pages, and they are talking to me, and they say, we want to be successful, we want to be just rich, we want to have a successful life, we want to have the dream life. And I talk to them, and when I see this passion at that age, it just really give the whole energy of my day. And I say, you are young, you are huge opportunities in your future. And that's amazing if I can help somebody at the age of 15 instead of at the age of 40, because they have time to go and experience it and just make it happen. And this is the time that we have to bear in mind. We have the most number of millionaires and billionaires at the ages under 30 these days in the world. We never had something like that in the past. But at the same time, we have to teach the young generations that money is definitely good, is powerful, and is 100% needed, but there are the other things that we have to learn beside making money at the same time. It's family, it's community, it's friends, it's health. We have to take care of all of these at the same time, because I was focusing on my work for many years. I was just missing my health. I was missing my family. I was missing my wife. And I paid huge expenses and costs and damages for that kind of a mentality. So I want to tell the people, be careful. If you are just focused on your business, be careful about your family, be careful about your child, be careful about your life, be careful about your health. And this is the whole thing that wake me up in the morning. That's the whole energy that I get first thing in the morning.
Well, I have to disagree with you. I don't think you're emotional. I think you're kind and smart, and you're generous, and you want to make a difference for other people. And I love that. And that's why I have so much respect for you, and it shows in how you show up and where we see you, and you're just a wonderful person. So I've got my final question for you. And because I know people want to know. People want to know, like, how are you like a superhuman, right? How do you manage your personal life and family back home and your health and multiple businesses? How do you do it all? Like, do you have a secret sauce? Do you actually have 30 hours in the day?
I really know. I don't have 30 hours a day. I have 24 hours a day like everybody else. And I'm still practicing. I'm still practicing to manage my time. I'm still practicing to delegate the tasks to my team and my colleagues, and just making more teams that they are really passionate about the jobs that we are doing. They want to support me, and I'm also at the same time supporting them. But as I said, I learned from my mentors and coaches how to start the day with the daily routines, morning routines, have more quiet times for myself during the day to boost my energy again and charge my batteries again. And also focusing on different aspects of life, the physical life, the professional life, even the just the emotional life, and all even a spiritual life. I allocate time for each of them and put my time, and I try to, as I said, just to manage a little bit more. And still I'm practicing that. I'm not perfect, but I'm much better than 10 years ago. Definitely I'm much better than 10 years ago.
Well, thank you so much, Sina. It has been such a rich, amazing conversation. I really appreciate your time and your wisdom. And also, more than that, I appreciate your vulnerability in sharing, because when we share our failures, we help other people grow. Really, really appreciate your time. So, viewers, if you're watching this, all Sina's information is on this page, his social media links, his websites. Find him, connect with him, work with him. This man is a resource that you really, really want to get to know. And in the meantime, go to Facebook, the Tribe of Spiritual Entrepreneurs. We're having a 5-day challenge starting July the 6th. Command your business like a queen. 5 days to achieving client attraction and breakthrough profits. Thank you again, Sina.
I will share that on my social media platforms also. In one of my Instagram pages, I have more than 15,000 ladies that are following me, and I definitely will share that with them. I'm sure that they will learn a lot from that. And I really appreciate you, Fatima, because I know you for more than 2 years now, around 2 years. And I just, you inspire me with the stories that you have, with the job that you are doing. Wherever I see you, you charge my energy. And I really appreciate that for you.
Oh, thank you. I got that. I got that acknowledgement. Thank you so much again, Sina. I'm going to stop the recording right now. Thank you again.